Hi, my name is Karthik and you are watching my Poddar KK Tricks and Technology. Okay, so this is C Sharp written interview question and answer series. Okay, so I will show you and I will implement today, how to create as an alphabet in a stick. Okay, so basically we have to understand, first we have to see the demo actually how's look like. Okay, so this is our, console application output. So you can see over here we want to print as alphabet within a asterisk. Okay, so first we have to understand how many logic are there, or before this, before going to logic, first we have to understand how many rows or columns required. Okay, so basically we have to record zero. This is a row. Okay, over here it is a row. So 0, start from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. 6 rows are required. Okay, and how many columns are required? Start from 0, it is a 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That means 5 column are required. Okay, so basically these two loop are required. After that we will investigate and we will separate split logic, how many logic are there. So we have to separate, we have to split logic. So first we can see over here it is a first logic. Okay, same logic over here. So it is a first logic, and you can see over here this 3 star also a common. Okay, so 3 star you can see in a straightforward line. Okay, so this is a one logic. Okay, this is a one logic. So now what is our second logic? In my if I see, my second logic would be this. You can see over here the straightforward line is my second logic. Okay, so we want to create implement my second logic. Okay, like we want to print on a row of 2, 3 and 6. Okay, and my fourth logic, my third logic would be over here. Okay, you can see it is a very straightforward. Okay, so we, if I want to create, or if I want to implement of this as alphabet in a stick, so we have to think about this three logic and we want to implement this three logic. Okay, so before we going to implementation with real application, so first we have to understand how our programming look like. Okay, so this is as a flowchart example. Okay, so this is our first loop of the row loop. Okay, row loop would be less than equal to 6 if condition match. So that time you know column variable will be initiate. Okay, so column variable also will initiate with the 0 index and it will end with the 5. If column less than equal to 5, so that time I have implement some logic over here and this decision box will match, so that time I will print star. If does not match, that time I will print byte space. Okay, so this is a process. Okay, so very straightforward process. It will go end of this 5. After end of this 5, when column will increase with 6, so it will does not match and it will false. And when it will false, it will print a new line. That means when it will end of this column, first column, first row with the 5 column, so that time it will send in a new line. So that is a mainly implementation. Okay, after increasing the row, then increase the row plus 6. Okay, so that time it will not match. That time what will happen, it will it will go to new line and end of the program. Okay, so this is what exactly. Okay, so let's see in a practical example. First I will open in a Visual Studio and I will create a new project. I will take a console application. Next, and it is a S, so S alphabet, so I will name as it is. I will set S demo, and I will create. Okay, so it will take some time, so don't worry about that. Okay, now I will remove it because I will start from scratch. So first, what our requirement is, two loop are required. So we first declare a two variable as a row and as a column. Sorry. Now Now you can see over here I have I have implemented. So we need as like this output. So you can see over here I have set up the question. This is a question. Display the pattern like as. So I want to decorate that question as well. So how I can that how can achieve that thing? So very simple. Console dot write line. My first space required, and console dot write line. Sorry, CW, and I will print message like display the pattern. Okay, pattern like S with an asterisk. Okay, and I will just new line. Okay, now I just move to implementation of logic. Okay, so first I will create a loop, my row loop. So this is a row loop, and I just implement with the six. Why? Because I need six row. So start from zero index. So I will set it will end with the six. Okay, as well as I required a column loop as well. So I will set as a column. Okay, just remove no variable type because I already declare in the top, and I will set 5. Why? Because I need 5 columns start from 0 index. Okay, so that's it for the loop. Okay, so now I will implement my first logic. So where is my first logic? I required 3 star on the 0 index, 0 row index, and which index it is a 0 1 2 3 index, and 4 5 6. Okay, so 0 3 and 6 we need this 3 row index. And which columns I required? Column 0 1 2 3 and 4. That means start from column index 2 with column index 5. Okay, so my logic would be I need a row index 0. Okay, so I will set as a 0, or row I need 0 3, or row equal 6. Okay, so this is my one logic. So I will merge, and I will separate with the bracket also. And which column I required? I required column start from 2 and end with 5. Okay, and with 4. Okay, so my logic would be I will start greater than 1, because greater than 1, and that means column equal to 2. Okay, and column less than 5, that means it will end with the 4. So I will just bind up this logic over here. And if okay, now it's okay. So if it will match, my first logic will match, that time I will print, that time I print the star. Okay, so my printing star over here. If else, when the else block, if you comes the else block, means if the is does not match. Okay, so that means it will print byte space. So very simple, just console write line, not a write line, only write space. Oh my god, just control Z. Just okay. Now okay, now one more thing we have to set over here. After and this loop, that means after and with the all columns. Okay, first row, enter the first row and it will print the all column. Okay, row column like will start on 0 1 2 3 4 5, like this, 0, first row will start from first row and it will work like 0 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, after 5 we want to end of this loop we want to send the new column, new row. Okay, oh sorry, new column as well, new row with start from column. So end of this loop we want to send you know new column, new line actually. Okay, after and the main loop we also want to send a new line. Okay, so that's it. So let's build this application. Okay, now you can see over here it's a build succeed, and let's open the run the application and let's see. Okay, now as per expectation I have implement my first logic. Okay, now first logic was only for 3 star for 3 line. Okay, so that's it for the first logic. Now I will move the second logic. So what is my second logic? My second logic is a column. This is my first row, row index 0 we want to print the star, and row 0 1 2 3 4 index we want to print the star, and 5 indexed also we want to print the star. Okay, so which row? Row 0 and 4 and 5. Okay, so let's start with the coding. Okay, so first just okay, now it's a one logic. Now I will start with the another logic with the or condition. Okay, so which column be required? Column I need, no, not column, first I require the row. Which rows I required? No, 0 row I required, or row 4, or row equal 5. Okay, so this is my or condition, so I will separate with a bracket. Okay, and now what I need? Now I need a column. Which column we want to print? Okay, column 5. You can see over here is a column 5. 0 1 2 3 4 5. That means it is a column 5. So very simple, and we want to print column 5, column 5. Okay, just and with this logic in a bracket, because it is a okay, now I think something I went wrong. Okay, now need one more bracket. Okay, that is, I think so. Okay, now this is main bracket, and okay, actually I have missed one bracket over here. Okay, now it is close, and not okay, no, don't required over here. Actually something went wrong like this. Okay, this is one more bracket, it is one more bracket. Okay, that bracket, where is that bracket? Okay, this and with here, and this not to end here because we need okay, one more bracket need over here. Okay, so okay, now because make sure your bracket is always in the right place, neither you are not creating any logic. Okay, because if you're or block, so you have to set up this logic with the in a bracket. Okay, if in the end block, so you have to separate the another bracket. Okay, so that is a practice. So basically I have done with my two logic, so I just run this application and let's see. Okay, now you can see I have put over here and row 0, row 4, row 5. Okay, now I need one more logic, like column 1, and how many how many columns, how many which columns, column 1, and which rows, like rows 1, row 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and row 6. That means row 2, row 1, row 2, and row 6. Okay, so let's set this logic also separate with the OR condition, because it is my third condition. So column column 1 and row, which row, like row 1, or row row 1, row 2, okay, or row 6. Okay, so this is our condition. So as I discussed with you, so every common logic, like or logic on condition, so we have to put single bracket, and if you merge all the brackets, so all the logic, so you have to separate. Okay, so now I implement the third logic as well. So let's see in example, let's see, run the application and let's see. Okay, now you can see over here it's implemented as per our requirement. Okay, so let set the debugger point. Let's see actually with the debugging point, and let's run this application and split in two part of my window. Okay, now I will press F10 so that I can see, and I want to show you how is it's working and how is it's creating a shape. So it is very straightforward, logic, and very simple logic. So if you will try one more time and two more time and three more times, so definitely you will got the success. If you're not, so please feel free, feel free contact to me, mention our video section comments. So that's it for video. Thank you for watching. Keep watching and please subscribe my channel.